Oh my God. Look, somebody pass me the spew bucket already. Please pass me the spew bucket.
The Sussex squad trying to, I would argue, massage the ratings. This particular episode was actually beaten by the Lego Masters.
Yeah, pass it on to Dawn.
Oh, thanks.
Pass the duchy to the right-hand side.
God, that was really bad. What have you got in your teeth?
Meghan Markle did not break MasterChef Australia. Her publicity machine broke the meaning of the word record. For days, the headlines sounded almost identical. Meghan had shattered ratings. Meghan had silenced every critic. Meghan had marched into the kitchen, saved the show, and proved that the entire world was desperate to watch her cook. It was presented like a television miracle.
These were actually not good. Stop trying to make this woman sound like she's the best.
One guest appearance, one dramatic Sunday night, and suddenly Meghan was being sold as the new queen of primetime television. But then the actual numbers appeared. Not the giant number pushed into the headline, all of them. And that record started shrinking immediately.
I'm so tired of the squad and their lies and stupid Yahoo posting ridiculous ratings to try and make this loser look good. If you want to play the game of ratings, then we will do that for Robert Irwin as well. He had 1.15 million views, if that's the case. It's the second column they look at that tells the actual views, not the first. They want to say she had 118,000 overnight, the biggest in 3 years, they claim. He had 104,000 overnight on Wednesday in the middle of a week. Stop trying to make this woman sound like she's the best.
So what's the truth? Yes, people watched. Nobody needs to pretend otherwise. The episode reached around 1.16 million Australians on the night and averaged roughly 738,000 viewers. It also produced the show's largest overnight Sunday audience in 3 years and an overnight streaming high of 118,000.
And actually, you've got to remember this show used to have a peak audience of 3 million.
Those are real figures. They are also far more specific than the victory parade suggested. Because Meghan did not deliver the biggest MasterChef Australia episode of all time. She did not produce the biggest television audience of the night. She did not suddenly drag millions of loyal new fans into the franchise.
Of course she was. We all know how genuinely warm and lovely and polite she is to the little people.
A very particular Sunday rating and a very particular streaming category were stretched into one enormous claim. Meghan Markle broke records. That is where the trick begins. Reach is not the same as average audience. Reach counts people who watched for at least part of the program, even for a minute, and then changed the channel. The average audience shows how many people were watching across the broadcast.
This particular episode was actually beaten by the Commonwealth Games and just on par with Lego Masters. So actually, not great. Not great.
Put the larger reach number in a headline, remove the explanation, add the word record, and suddenly a strong but limited result looks like Meghan personally conquered Australian television. She did not.
Rubbing my temples because I can't understand how this is so good.
Oh. I'm rubbing my temples. Is that what you did when you were in Suits? Is that how you act? Is that her acting technique, rubbing her temples? Because I'm rubbing my temples at how bad this show is, at how bad Meghan is.
Before we continue, one quick thing. One thing I've realized is that most families don't have their important information organized in one place. That's exactly why I recommend the Family Vault, a simple printable and fillable organizer where you can keep everything from important documents and insurance to medical information, passwords. You'll find the link in the description, or you can simply scan the QR code on your screen. Now let's get back to today's story.
That same Sunday, Commonwealth Games coverage averaged around 964,000 viewers. Lego Masters averaged approximately 733,000. Meghan's episode averaged about 738,000, so the supposed television earthquake beat Lego Masters by only a few thousand average viewers and remained well behind the major sporting broadcast.
I just think when you take all of this into consideration, actually, MasterChef Australia did not work for Meghan. And did it work for Channel 10? Maybe. I mean, they didn't get the huge ratings, but I think they got the publicity, which is probably what they wanted.
That is not nothing. But it is also not the unstoppable Meghan effect her team wanted splashed across every screen. And there was another detail. Were people watching the show for iconic global star humanitarian Meghan Markle? The episode was already positioned for attention. It aired on Sunday during the final stretch of the competition, with only 4 contestants left. Network 10 had promoted Meghan's appearance for weeks. Her name had produced arguments, boycott calls, headlines, clips, outrage, defenses, and endless curiosity before she even entered the kitchen.
Please, I am so glad that that's gone to air. I'm so glad that nauseating, disgusting load of tripe has aired. Now, please spare us and get out of our lives.
Then Prince Harry appeared by video call, giving the episode a second famous face and another round of publicity. This was not Meghan quietly walking into an ordinary episode and magically multiplying the audience. This was a heavily promoted celebrity event built to make people look.
I'm not sure she has anything of her own that she can do.
Martha Stewart updated her website description to say the original and the best. So I think she very much knew that Meghan was ripping it off.
And people looked. But why did they look? That is the question the triumphant headlines avoided. Television ratings can tell us how many people turned on a program. They cannot tell us whether those people admired the guest, trusted the guest, wanted to buy from the guest, or were simply waiting for the guest to embarrass herself.
This dish is 10 out of 10. Making me nervous. Cooking for her is crazy.
Meghan's team counted every viewer as a supporter. Every curious viewer became a fan. Every person expecting a disaster became proof of her popularity. Every critic who switched on the television to see the awkward moments was placed inside the same giant victory number. That is convenient. It is also ridiculous.
Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Sorry, I'm allergic to BS. Oh my god.
Before the episode aired, social media was filled with people asking why Meghan had been invited to judge a cooking competition.
There is only one reason Meghan went on MasterChef Australia: money.
She is not a professional chef. Her lifestyle series had already been mocked for simple recipes, carefully arranged flowers, decorative food, and scenes that felt more like an expensive advertisement than a real kitchen.
Dan, not only is she like crudité, she also really just likes to repackage grocery store stuff on a plate into rainbow colors.
Reports about tension during the MasterChef filming had already created another reason to watch. Then clips teased the strange royal language, the dish fit for a Duchess challenge, and Harry's surprise call. Of course, people were curious.
Sick, bizarre, love fest. Just everything was just wrong about it.
Meghan Markle had been dropped into a pressure cooker, and thousands of viewers wanted to see whether the lid would explode. Some people may have tuned in because they genuinely like her. Others may have wanted the recipes. But pretending every person arrived to celebrate Meghan is pure publicity fantasy.
She naturally brought her own team, aka her entourage, because we all know you ain't a duchess without no entourage. And what duchess relies on a TV show's own team of professional hair and makeup? And she's got her own. It's insane. She also, by the way, had to pay for their airfare tickets, or someone did. Great.
A large audience can be attracted by excitement. It can also be attracted by controversy.
Okay, Megs, go.
Trick that people do with pineapple, instead of just cutting it,
Hold it steady, you ginger pots!
to make the perfect little bite, you follow the wedge. When nature has given you all the cues on how to have a perfect taste of something.
Oh, how fun is that? I love it.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
Meghan has spent years proving that controversy follows her into every room. Why would a MasterChef kitchen be different? The clearest example arrived when the show asked her one of the easiest questions imaginable.
Can I ask you, please, Meghan, what is your favorite dish to cook for the family?
It's a tough one because I have a lot of palates to appease.
She don't cook.
I'm sorry.
She don't cook!
It's weird.
What is your favorite dish to cook for your family? This should have been the perfect Meghan Markle moment. She has a lifestyle series, she sells food and entertaining products. She constantly talks about home, family, gardens, fresh ingredients, meaningful meals, and creating memories around the table.
She actually cannot even name one dish.
I was just shocked she didn't say the roast chicken I made that convinced him to marry me. Remember the big story when they first started dating and she made him roast chicken and all that blah, blah, blah? Why didn't you just say that?
Her entire new identity is built around the idea that she is the warm, natural California host who can turn an ordinary meal into a beautiful family experience. So what does she cook? Meghan could not name one dish.
Some American actress went on a show in Australia, basically. Yeah. And evidently, Harry likes meat and tea veg.
She talked about having several palates to please. She explained that Harry likes meat, potatoes, and creamy sauces. She described herself as a California girl who prefers grilled fish, grilled meat, citrus, herbs, and spices. She even stopped to ask how Australians pronounce herbs.
Pure natural herbs and spices. Do you say herbs or herbs here?
We say herbs. You do?
You do? Oh my God. Look, somebody pass me the spew bucket already. Please pass me the spew bucket.
Wow, beautiful. After all of that talking, there was still no answer. No roast chicken, no lasagna, no curry, no pasta, no Sunday dinner, no simple meal that the family requests again and again. Just a cloud of ingredients floating around a question she never answered. That moment mattered more than any polished press release.
And don't you love how she just has to mention that Harry is from the UK? For a woman who spent 5 minutes in the UK, oh, well, Harry's from the UK, so we cook with a lot of meats. Meghan's probably never been to a local pub in the UK in her life. Never. She wouldn't know what good food is. She pretends to know what good food is, and then she tries to make a profit from it and sell it to everybody at home as part of her Love Meghan series. So please spare it.
Meghan was standing in front of a huge audience on one of the most famous cooking shows in the world, and the woman selling herself as a food and lifestyle authority could not name her own signature family meal. That is not a tiny mistake. That is the entire brand collapsing in one answer.
She is now trying to pivot to yet again another move. If you look at the Times of London had said she is rumored to be working on a cookbook, so of course she wants to go out and look, I'm a chef.
Then came her big cooking contribution, Pesto. After all the talk about seasonal produce, deep food memories, global flavors, natural ingredients, and sophisticated family tastes, Meghan made Pesto. Basil, oil, other ingredients, and a blender. It may taste good, it may fit the challenge, but this was supposed to be the night that proved Meghan belonged in the MasterChef kitchen.
What I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills like, just give me a sec.
Writing stuff on bananas?
Her grand culinary reveal looked like something people make at home in minutes before boiling pasta. This is the woman being promoted as a lifestyle visionary. This is the celebrity guest who helped inspire a challenge for the Final Four. This is the face behind a food brand and a glossy cooking series. Yet when the cameras finally demanded a clear answer and an actual dish, viewers got vague ingredient lists and pesto.
She has asked them to use ingredients like honey, macadamia nuts, citrus, but here are my two favorites, edible flowers and celeriac. Does anybody in a cost of living crisis know what celeriac is? Is anybody cooking with edible flowers right now and celeriac?
So what exactly did those record ratings prove? They proved people wanted to see Meghan. They did not prove people believed her. And the episode still needed Harry.
I'm so shocked. Harry's on the phone. Even her fake acting is cringe. Like the fake surprise is cringe. It's everything about it is so inauthentic.
Because I could just authentically be myself without so much preparedness.
Halfway through the show, a phone was carried into the studio. Harry appeared on screen. Meghan acted surprised. The judges reacted. The contestants laughed. The couple exchanged their familiar "my love" routine, and another supposedly spontaneous Sussex moment was delivered directly into the broadcast.
Oh my God. And of course, during her weird performative time on the show, her love showed up again in a totally unplanned FaceTime call, which is becoming something of a habit of his and hers, where Meghan has him spontaneously just pop in during work calls or events, just to remind us all that she indeed bagged a prince.
Maybe the call was genuinely unexpected to Meghan. Maybe production arranged the timing. The audience was not shown the planning. But it looked exactly like the kind of perfectly placed television moment designed to stop viewers from changing the channel. It also looked painfully familiar.
It's happened so many times before, like in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic when Meghan held a virtual video call with a client from her patronage, SmartWorks. And Harry just happened to pop in to make a cameo again in 2021 during the launch of her 40 by 40 membership initiative. Remember that initiative that went nowhere when she turned 40? He also made an appearance. And later that same year, during a Global Citizen Vax Live video, Harry walked into the background of their home in Montecito in the shot just to wave at the camera. Kind of like, of course, I'm here, guys.
Harry has repeatedly appeared during Meghan's public moments. He popped into virtual calls. He appeared around her 40x40 project. He surfaced during her podcast launch. He has wandered into the background, joined conversations, and reminded the audience that Meghan did not merely arrive as Meghan, she arrived with a prince attached.
And then, in 2022, during her Archetypes podcast debut with Serena Williams, you know, the debut that went nowhere, Hazza once again dropped in unannounced to say hello. How many times we got to do this, guys? We get it, Meghan. You married a royal, and you two are a team.
Now, the same pattern appeared on MasterChef Australia. Meghan was supposedly the star guest, but the episode still reached for Harry as an extra hook. 2 Sussexes for the price of 1. A cooking competition suddenly paused so viewers could watch another carefully packaged marriage moment.
What's going on? Have I interrupted something?
Well, we're actually
it's a taping. It's a competition with food that's hot. It needs to be tasted at a certain temperature. Oh my God, these two are the worst.
Hi guys, it's amazing. They're so talented. We wish you were here. He's in Canberra right now with the veterans.
And the chandeliers in the background.
With the veterans.
See the joints.
The footnote.
All out here. Your beautiful wife.
That you guys have.
And that creates a brutal question. If Meghan alone was the record-breaking attraction, why did the episode need Harry's face in the middle of it? The call added nothing to the cooking. Harry did not taste the food. He did not judge the contestants. He did not offer useful advice. He appeared, smiled, supported his wife, and disappeared.
I love this dish. I mentioned my husband is a real meat and potatoes kind of guy. This feels like the most elegant, elevated version of that. H would love this dish.
Oh, good. Oh, good. As long as H would love it. That's what they're all there for. As long as your tool of a husband would love it.
He was not a participant. He was a prop with a title. That may have been sweet to some viewers. To others, it looked like another desperate attempt to prove that the Sussex marriage is happy, united, and still commercially valuable. Either way, it gave curious viewers one more reason to remain until the next advertisement.
I'm sure that was a totally candid, unplanned FaceTime call from her husband. There's nothing that says our relationship is in great shape than FaceTiming each other for publicity.
Then came the second publicity battle. What happened behind the scenes? Reports claimed Meghan's team had concerns about the use of royal language and that Judge Po-Ling Yeo's introduction created frustration.
You know, how do you want it to be, Meghan? Because at one point, you know, she's this independent, global influencer and entrepreneur. Next minute, she's Duchess of Sussex. Which is it? Make your mind up.
Yeah, nobody's turning around and saying, please welcome former Deal or No Deal model. Meghan, like, no, it's not happening, right?
Meghan was introduced as the Duchess of Sussex. The challenge itself was promoted as a dish fit for a duchess. The entire event leaned on the title that made her internationally famous. Then a source close to Meghan pushed back. The filming was described as positive. Meghan was said to have enjoyed herself. The relationship with the judges and contestants was presented as warm and professional. Reports of a serious problem were dismissed.
Hi, oh my God, it's been so long, Miss Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle did not make many friends on the set of MasterChef Australia. In fact, they couldn't wait for the taping day to be over.
Notice what happened next. The same reassuring message moved through multiple friendly headlines. Meghan had a wonderful time. There were no problems. Any suggestion otherwise was wrong. At the exact moment the ratings were being promoted as a historic victory, her image was also being scrubbed clean. The campaign had two goals. First, turn a narrow rating success into proof that Meghan is a television powerhouse. Second, erase the idea that anything awkward happened while the cameras were rolling. But the episode itself created new awkwardness without help from any anonymous source.
They get a 30-minute warning before the end of the challenge. And Meghan Markle is told, oh, they've got 30 minutes if you'd like to just announce it. She said, I don't like shouting. I don't like shouting. So she was going to, that sounded quite Trump-like, didn't it? So she went to each individual contestant and just went, just so you know, you've got 30 minutes left. Because she didn't like shouting.
Meghan wanted to be called Meghan, yet the entire challenge depended on her Duchess title. She wants to be treated as a casual California mother, yet she arrived as the most heavily promoted guest of the season.
It doesn't work for you to shoulders back, breasts out, headlights going, and try to look as bitchy as possible.
She wants viewers to see her as a serious food personality, yet she struggled to name a family dish. She wants the Harry call to feel spontaneous, yet it landed at the perfect point for television. She wants the ratings to prove love, even though controversy had given thousands of skeptical viewers a reason to tune in. Every part of the night pulled in two directions.
You always hear about these stories of people shape-shifting. I think this was a moment. There is something truly demonic going on here, and it's not AI. I mean, I would certainly say the producers were not trying to protect her in the edit, put it that way.
That is why the Meghan silenced her critics claim falls apart. She did not silence anyone. She gave both sides more material. Her supporters received numbers they could celebrate. Her critics received the missing context. Supporters saw a record. Critics saw a carefully selected category. Supporters saw a warm guest judge. Critics saw a lifestyle personality unable to name one dish.
Her only project that she really did complete well was the Grenfell Fire cookbook. And
yes.
that
and she hated that though, Paula, because she didn't get to make the money from it. Because it was still
100%.
her royal phase.
100%. But she also, it was a huge success. So I think she's trying to pick up back where she left off with that.
Supporters saw a loving call from Harry. Critics saw another rehearsed-looking cameo. Supporters saw star power. Critics saw a giant curiosity spike built on controversy. The numbers became another Sussex mirror. Everyone saw what they wanted. Meghan's team simply shouted their version first.
And we all knew she was going to do this because, of course, the second she went to Australia, they had opportunities booked out the entire time.
And then there is the detail that matters for the future. Network 10 has not announced Meghan as a returning judge or given her a larger role. That does not prove the network rejected her. Guest judges appear once all the time, but it destroys the idea that one Sunday rating automatically transformed her into an essential television star. If Meghan had genuinely created a new loyal audience for MasterChef, the next test would be simple. Bring her back and see whether those viewers return. Would they?
Poe has to say to Meghan, because Meghan's clearly never even watched the show before, like they're realizing this, like they have to explain everything who were on that set, where it was like, oh my God, like it was a heavy lift because she was supposed to be the central happening of the show. Her appearance is like the big moment of the season, and it didn't go that way. Like we had to like help her along.
A controversy event works once. People tune in to see the surprise. They watch because the internet is fighting. They wait for the uncomfortable answer, the strange facial expression, the Harry cameo, or the moment everyone will discuss the next morning. But after the mystery disappears, the audience needs a reason to stay. What reason did Meghan provide?
She's a master chef. She likes different flavors and herbs and spices.
She did not teach viewers a memorable technique. She did not create a signature recipe. She did not deliver a sharp judging moment that changed the competition. Her most discussed contribution was not culinary skill. It was her inability to answer a basic food question, a bowl of pesto, a royal title dispute, and a phone call from her husband. That is not a cooking legacy. It is celebrity noise wearing an apron.
God, I'm glad that's over. That poor girl. I mean, here she is, not even a chef or a master of cooking, couldn't even come up with her favorite dish, which frankly she should have said was my roast chicken.
And the timing could not have been more useful for Meghan's wider business. Her lifestyle identity needs attention. Her food products need buyers. Her entertainment projects need viewers. Her team needs proof that her name can still move numbers. Suddenly, a Sunday MasterChef audience becomes more than a rating. It becomes a sales document. Look, Meghan can attract attention. Nobody is denying that. She has been one of the most argued about women in the world for years. Put her on a cooking show, advertise the appearance, surround it with controversy, add Harry, and people will look.
The thing is, Paula, though, I can understand strategically, absolutely, like you want to release a cookbook and make lots of money from that, because remember, her first foray into publishing in America was The Bench, the children's book, the deal she actually secured when she was in the British royal family. It was a disaster. It's like, oh God, I can't be a children's author. Yep, I did the book for charity and it was a success. So I can understand why she wants to do a cookbook. Of course, it makes sense strategically. The problem is why I don't think the appearance on MasterChef Australia worked is because actually my contention is that Meghan is not a cook at all.
Before we continue, I want to mention something really quick. Organizing your family's important information is one of those things most of us know we should do, but we keep putting it off. That's exactly why there's the Family Vault. It gives you one place to organize your important documents, insurance, medical information, passwords, and more, so everything is easy to find when it's needed. You'll find the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. That's all. Now let's get back to today's story.
The mistake is pretending attention and affection are the same thing. They are not. A crowd gathering around a car crash is still a crowd. That does not mean anyone wants to buy the car. The 1.16 million reach did not tell Network 10 how many viewers trust Meghan's recipes. The 738,000 average did not reveal how many people will purchase her products. The streaming record did not prove that viewers want another season of her lifestyle series. And the 16% year-on-year improvement, later promoted by Friendly Coverage, did not explain how much came from Meghan.
But the Grenfell Tower cookbook was full of recipes that were not her own. They were full of the women who had lived in Grenfell Tower recipes. And that's why it was such a huge success.
She sort of, what's the word? She curated it, right? She sort of edited it.
Well, and the one pot pasta that she did on her show that made us all kind of gag was actually a Martha Stewart recipe.
Finals week momentum, Harry, the Sunday slot, weeks of promotion, or the controversy itself. That is the context missing from the celebration. Meghan's team wanted one clean story. She appeared, the ratings exploded, the critics were humiliated, and the Duchess won again. The real story is messier and much more embarrassing. She appeared during a heavily promoted Finals Week episode. The show delivered a strong Sunday result in specific categories. The biggest headline used reach, while the average audience was much smaller.
Petro, you're a brilliant cook, but you definitely need to try everything together with this dessert.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even more so than usual.
Meghan nods.
Yep.
Yeah, what she said. She took forever to get the spoon up to her mouth. Like, that was her evincing her disgust. Like, she didn't want to try it. She was already disgusted when he said he was going to do it. In fact, she was outraged.
The program was beaten by major sports coverage and sat almost level with LEGO Masters in average viewers. The episode pulled in fans, skeptics, critics, hate watchers, and people waiting for the next bizarre moment. Then the star guest failed to name one favorite family dish and made pesto while Harry appeared on a conveniently timed screen. That is not Meghan conquering television. That is television successfully using Meghan. Network 10 got exactly what it wanted. Headlines, arguments, clips, social media traffic, and a temporary audience spike.
And also looking around and wondering, how on earth did I get here?
Meghan got what she wanted too, a giant number that could be removed from its context and displayed as proof of her power. Both sides won something, but only one side tried to convince the public that curiosity was worship. So no, Meghan Markle did not silence her critics. She gathered them around the same television and counted them as members of her fan club. She did not deliver the greatest MasterChef result in history. She delivered a narrow Sunday milestone that her publicity machine inflated until it looked historic. She did not prove she was the next Martha Stewart. She proved that a famous name, weeks of controversy, a royal title, and a hairy cameo can still make people stare.
Turn up, do the job, smile, be nice, go home. Not that hard.
And the most brutal part is this. The ratings may have been the strongest thing about the entire appearance. Because once the giant number is removed, what remains? A cooking expert who could not name a meal, a lifestyle queen who made pesto, a supposedly spontaneous call that looked like a production cue, a duchess who wanted the title used to sell the episode but reportedly did not want the royal language around it, and a publicity team racing to declare total victory before anyone examined the numbers. That is why the record story is falling apart. Not because the audience was imaginary, the audience was real. The spin was the illusion. Meghan wanted the world to believe millions tuned in because they could not get enough of her. But perhaps the truth is far more humiliating. Many viewers may not have tuned in to watch Meghan succeed at all. They tuned in to see what she would do next. And once again, she gave them exactly the spectacle they came for.